Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Space Engineer Showcase. Today we're going to be checking out all of the new blocks that were added into the framework update. There is a lot of blocks, and I'm not even going to be covering the new spherical passageways because I personally didn't know if I was going to have enough space. It seems like I will, but yeah, just check those out yourselves. To be completely frank, they are amazing looking. If we can go in here real fast. There's chord around light, chord around corner, chord around T, chord around X, chord around transition, and chord around door. So basically all your standard corridor stuff. Now, first block we're going to be checking out today happens to be the new Prototech. I think it's fission reactor, but I'm going to double check. Dang it, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, it is the fusion reactor. I said fission, wrong premise, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's what it's meant to be. But this thing only requires hydrogen. It's a hydrogen reactor that can produce up to 400 megawatts, which is 100 more than your standard reactor. And also, this thing just looks amazing. Let me quickly get out a welder for us to see how expensive this thing is, though. This is not a cheap thing. That's a lot of reactor components. Maybe I've just not been playing the game long enough, or recently enough, to know how many reactor comps are in a normal reactor, but 1,000 seems like a lot. And given the fact you can't make Prototech components, this seems a bit expensive. Just a tiny bit. But overall, it's very nice looking. It's got a nice little spinny animation up here. Very nice. Now over here we have the Science Lab hydrogen tank, which is just a very nice hydrogen tank. It's a bit small for my liking. I wish there was a larger version. But it does have some very nice little details and in general looks good. Now this is the lab hydrogen tank for small grid. There is not a large grid version that's like large like the other tanks. So you'll have to use this if you want to sort of replicate that, or you'll have to use this on large grids technically. But this is just an overall nice looking hydrogen tank as well. I do like the ports. It's very nice. And it just looks good. Now we have the small lab oxygen tank. This is just very nice looking. And in general, a very good little thing. I think it also only has 2 on the bottom. So that's a bit different from the oxygen tank. Now we have the cargo terminal, which this is just so that way I guess you can access your cargo a lot easier, make it look nicer, and you can have a half block version as well. Now we come up to the door. Very, very, very fancy looking door. I seem to have done something wrong. Oh yes, I opened it already. Very fancy door. Like, that's cool. It's a very nice door. And if someone says to me they don't like the door, they're wrong. Now, over here we have a cryopod, basically. It's just a vat tube. But you can enter from the top. Like, you can port it from bottom, top, and on the back. Which is amazing, considering of how annoying cryopods sometimes are. Now, if you get in here, I'm pretty sure... fortunately, I do not think I can just look out. But you, like, sort of look like a clone trooper in the vat, or like when Luke's in Bacta in Star Wars. So if anyone can find a way to like put a bunch of fake characters in these, you can have like your own like cloning facility. I would love to see a build using those. Next we have the O2 oxygen. Oh gosh. Next we have the O2. We have the hydrogen, the O2 and hydrogen generator. This is the lab variant, obviously, which looks very nice. I like the buttons again. It really just makes it look more real. Like, the fact there isn't 15 bajillion buttons on the first one says that it doesn't look very real. Now, we have the desks, which very much look old, you know? Like, these look like they're supposed to be, like, SATA ports in a sense, or, like, hard drives. But they could also just be, like, storage for science stuff. I'm not sure. This could be like one of those fancy little tables to look at stuff. And then we have just all this. They all look very good. Adds a bunch more detail. And if you need more tables, or desks technically, this is the place to get them from. You've got a lot of storage options on these as well, but it's all the same. I'm pretty sure all these books are the same. That green one might be new, but I can't really read the title. Let me look at that as close as I can. Oh, it's just a book about oxygen. Okay. And then we got a sink right here, which I think the sink looks nice. It looks a bit weird, but it looks nice. Now we have the exhaust cap, which is just so that way you can do vents effectively and make them look nice. And I think it looks good. You can also apparently do flames, but I haven't really messed around with this too much. But if you can do flames, that's pretty cool. Now, on to the pipes. I seem to have done 2 pipe ends, but you got a pipe end. You've got this one, which is sort of like a junction, in a sense. An actual junction. This, I think, is just like a pressure valve, so you can stop things from going one way. These are purely decorative, though. Don't worry about these being actually important. You've got some pipes going down, pipes going up, pipes turning, pipe ending. There's also a pipe straight, but I seem to have thought that was a pipe straight and put a pipe in there. So yeah, that's something. Then we have the decorative blocks, which, you know, very nice. There's a lot more of them than just these. It's just, I think that the 3x3 slab is probably going to be used a lot more. I think the other ones will still get used, but I think having something like this where that you can just place down is going to be a godsend for builders. And the floor decorations are very nice. Like, you can just use these to make like anything you would have made otherwise and make them look very good. And that also means less steel plates, as long as these don't require like 100. Or, well, less blocks technically. Now we have the lab freezer. This just is a decorative block. I don't think it really does anything. I think it can hold some storage, but that's about it. And it's just very nice decorative block, you know? And then on to the lab test. This is the lab experiment 1. And it's just some bubbles in a tube. I personally would have loved if they had done more with that, but it's fine. And then we have another one, which is just this long version of it that's big. I wish you could, like, can you set things in here? No, you can't. But who's MGW? Because I don't recognize that logo. If anyone recognizes that, please tell me. And then we have the last lab experiment, which has so many cool things. It's got dual spinning things. What looks to be a tube of pure energy in some way, shape, or form. I have no clue what that could be. Like, what they're making here, I have no clue. But given the fact that the teaser trailer showed it in a Factorum base, this could have to do with Prototech stuff. And maybe we'll get an update where Prototech becomes, like, craftable. Eventually. Who knows? But this is so nicely detailed. But these are all decorative blocks, so you don't have to worry about those. And technically, I should probably show you some of the other stuff that came out with the update, if I can find them. That is. So, I know the fact that there is a new refill block. Don't know where that is. I know there's a lot of stuff, basically. We got some new bridge blocks. I do know about that. I think these are the new ones. Might be wrong. But I do not remember these existing. 7. I don't remember these existing, at least. And I don't remember some other of these blocks existing. But that's going to be all for my little review. I mostly focused on the DLC, as you guys can tell very clearly. But that's probably because I'm going to be seeing all these other blocks and these blocks over the next couple showcases. I hope you guys enjoyed today's sort of showcase. And I will see you guys next time.